Welcome to Bland County Survivor Man. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, I was going to take you on my deer hunt today. Let you see how I set up an old deer hunting camp. This thing I got right here is built like an old teepee. I've had the thing here probably now 15 or 20 years in several different styles. First of all, it would look like a little log cabin, and then a tree fell on it and done that in, so I set it up like a teepee. I've got it surrounded there with some plastic and some old tarps, and really it's just basically sticks piled up. Anyway, I'm sitting up here on this high, really steep ridge right here because I like to hunt in the high country. It's straight up and down. If you shoot a deer right here, the thing going to roll about 100, 200 yards before it stops rolling straight back down this ridge. So you got to really be a billy goat to be up here. I'm hunting today with my son's .44 Magnum rifle. I like this .44 in the brush because I can send that 200 and some grain fusion down range, and a deer will never get away from it. So if I don't get anything this afternoon, I'm going to spend the night in here, and I'll let you in on that too. And we'll talk a little bit more about some survival stuff here on this edition of Bland County Survivor Man. Hey guys, so far I hadn't seen any food to eat. I've been in here just about all day today. I ain't got any food, so all I've had this morning was a cup of coffee before I come in the mountain here. So what I'm going to have for lunch is pine bark. See, I got this white pine right here. I've got plenty of vitamin C. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have ever ate any pine bark. The pine bark tastes a little bit like maybe a little turpentine-ish, but it's really good for you. The Indians consumed this stuff by the tons back in the old days when they lived in this neck of the woods. White men found that the Indians, during the winter times when game was scarce, these white pine trees had been stripped right down to the butts to get at the bark. So you just take this little outside layer off until you see that brown layer. Then you just skin off that brown layer, scanmium layer of the tree, and you eat it for food. So I just wanted to show you that little trick. I'll show you another little trick about how to catch some water with this piece of wood here after a while. It's supposed to start raining. If it does, if I run out of water, you know, I really don't want to drink my own urine, but if I have to, I will. But if it starts raining, I'll show you how to take this piece of wood right here and catch some water with it, because I do have a container there with some water in it, and I haven't ran out yet. So we'll talk a little bit about that after a while. Guys, I'm just going to show you guys something, a trick that I use, and I probably told you guys this before, but I'm really out here in the woods hunting this time, and I'm going to show you. I've got a predator collar. It's an old cottontail collar. I've had this thing for about 30 years. I've called in, I don't know how many deer with it. I called in a great old big 8-pointer one time. It actually missed with a muzzleloader. But right here in this very same spot right here, I've killed a 4-pointer and a spike with this, just calling this, using this predator collar. So I'm going to show you the sound that I make with it. And what it does, it sounds like a fawn in distress. Now, I guarantee if there's any deer laying in the bedding areas around here, they just heard that call. Now, usually a buck will just come running right in. It won't take him more than a minute, he'll be on the scene. So that's one way of calling them in. I've called in plenty of them like that. So I'm just checking to see if there's any deer lying in the area within the sound of this predator collar right here. So that's exactly how you use it. Hey, you guys, so far, no deer. Only thing I've seen is a couple of old gray squirrels hanging out down there in the woods. It's about an hour and a half before dark. So I'm definitely going to be spending the night in here, it looks like. I don't see any sign of any deer coming along. I could be tricked. I hope I am. But anyway, I'm not going to have any fire all night long. I'm going to build a little dinky campfire right here just to boil some water to make some tea with. so I can at least have some tea to drink, and probably just eat some more bark there. I don't feel too bad. After I ate that bark, I got a little bit of sugar going in my brain, I guess. So I'll let you guys see what's going on when it gets dark. It's probably going to start raining. It already started sprinkling a little bit. So I'll check with you a little later on and let you know what's happening. Okay guys, here's what I was going to show you about this grooved out stick I was carving there a while back doing the first part of this video. Now, of course, I'm losing some of that water, but you see how that water drips down that groove? When you find a seep somewhere that you ain't got any other way of getting it to get in your bottle, that's the best way to do it. I've done it several times over the years. Just find you a seep someplace. A lot of times you'll find it like in a rock face somewhere, and you really can't get the no way to get that bottle under it. Just make you a grooved stick just like that right there. Even if it's raining right now, all I got to do is just sit that bottle underneath that grooved stick and let it drip into it, and I got fresh water. That's what I wanted to show you about that little stick I was whittling out. Well, hey guys, I hope you can see me. It's done got plumb pitch dark out there now. Hadn't seen no deer, so that means tonight I get to spend the night out in the woods. The only clothes I have are my hunting clothes. They're not insulated. I got on blue jeans, got on Daddy's old hunting coat, and I've got a survival blanket. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to build a fire unless it gets absolutely really cold out here. So I'll check back with you sometime tonight if I see anything going on, or if there's anything interesting going on, I'll check back with you. Otherwise, I'll catch you at daylight. Hey guys, I'm going to try to use my magnesium fire starter and get me a fire going right here and see if I can make me some tea. It's about 43 degrees out here right now, and I decided I'd make me some tea. I'm going to see if I can get it going with my magnesium fire starter. Everything is extremely damp out here. Looks like that's going to go. It's been raining too, so that makes everything damp to boot. Anyway, I was going to try and make me some tea. So I thought I'd see if I could get this whole fire going right here. Okay. And that'll warm me up just a fuzz too. I ain't cold anyway, but anyhow, I just wanted to make sure I could get that fire going there. I did find a little bit of pitch pine out there a while ago and cut me some chunks of it off, so looks like that's going to work out pretty good. So catch back with you guys a little bit later on. There we go, it's burning up pretty good now. Feels pretty good. There we go guys, boy, I'm making me some tea now. That old sappy pine knotty wood I found out there in the brush there a few minutes ago is coming in handy. At least I'll get me some tea and warm myself up on the inside some too right before I just go on and go to bed. I'm not going to let that fire burn all night all long anyway. But I know one thing, it sure makes the inside of this shelter feel good right now. I don't know if you guys can see me or not, but cooking me some tea. Well, guys, I just got done enjoying my tea. Man, that stuff really was good inside of my shelter now. Instead of it being 43 degrees, it must be at least 65 or 70 degrees in here. I ain't got really no way of telling. because I don't have my little old thermometer with me. But that piece of pine knot wood that I found over in the woods, that looks like that's going to burn a long time. So I ain't gonna have to really worry too much about keeping that fire going, I don't guess, because you can take a big old piece of chunk of pine knot, and if you can get that stuff going, it was really a little bit damp, but once you get it going, it's really going to go good. So catch back with you later on if my battery stands up. Guys, I don't know if you all can hear it or not, but the coyotes has started howling over on the other side of the mountain over there, just as loud as they can holler. I don't know what they've killed, but apparently they've killed them something to eat because they're actually howling. I'm going to stop talking here just for a second and let you all see if you can hear them. I don't know if you guys can hear them or not, but I sure can. They're just yapping away. One of them sounds like it's on that ridge right beside of me over there now. Hey guys, it's about midnight. You can see what it looks like under my space blanket. Basically just laying under here, kind of snuggling down and staying warm. That's about all that's been happening. I did hear those coyotes there a while back. I let my fire go out because I know it's going to start raining, and I definitely don't want to be going to sleep with a fire that close to my shelter, so I will set it on fire and burn me up while I'm in here. But anyway, that's all I'm doing. I'm hanging out under my space blanket. And guys, make sure you get you some of these and put them in your survival gear, because these things are definitely lifesavers. Well, good morning guys. Hey guys, my old battery in my little old Canon camera went dead last night while I was out there in the mountains in my deer hunting shelter, and I couldn't finish my video up the way I wanted to at my shelter. I had to come back and get me a fresh battery. I don't have any spares, so that's what happens when you're doing videos like that for little old dinky cameras, especially in the cold. Anyways guys, I had a real good time, didn't get cold at all, built that fire, got up after my batteries went dead about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I come on back out of the mountains there, walked on back out. It had started raining a pretty good bunch, but anyway, like I said, I had a good time. Anyway, guys, always go out there and build you some type of a shelter you can run to in the woods. You might need one someday. So guys, that's another tip from your Bland County Survivor Man. Thanks for watching my videos, and have a nice day.